And it ends up being at the most magical circus and very unique. You got a little hair on your head, babe. Swedish candy. Arnold, that's pretty sick.
Probably my hair, dude. That looks like I have a concerning hairline.
Welcome back, everybody, to another video. I'm Celeste. I guess.
And I'm Andrew.
Yeah, there's only one other guest there. Welcome back, guys, to another video. You eat your banana.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. At least let me finish it on here, you know? I already started.
That's true.
Where are we, Celeste?
We're in Pennsylvania.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not. Where are we? Virginia. We're in Virginia. We're in between weddings. So we just wrapped up one in Pennsylvania, and then we're headed down to Knoxville, Tennessee. And we're kind of in a midway point, kind of recovering from the weekend. Body's definitely not used to all of that, but it was so much fun. Me and Andrew got to dress up. I'll probably put some pictures here because when do we dress up like that? I feel like it deserves to be seen, honestly. My brain is a little bit fuzzy, but I made a green tea. We got this raw honey it's called the Amish Village in Pennsylvania. So if you don't know, there's a huge, massive Amish community there. Should throw that out. And I'm gonna try to put this into my green tea every morning because I figured there's gotta be some really good benefits to that. But look at how thick this is. Don't worry, it's going down into the drink. Whoa. Oh my goodness gracious. So yeah, wedding 1 done, wedding 2 coming up. This next wedding is Andrew's like close friend from college. The first one we went to is my best friend since like kindergarten. So it's really nice just seeing all of our friends from different phases of life because everyone's scattered around these days. And I figured I would just vlog a few days in between what we're doing here. I feel like I wanted to tell you something else. It's really good. It'll come to me. But for now, let's wake up a bit. It's supposed to be raining for a week straight. Currently in the Planet Fitness parking lot. Just having a cozy one. Feeling pretty lazy today. I mean, it's kind of crazy how long this effective drinking has on my body. I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I guess maybe more socializing. And how after I socialize a bunch, I need a few days to recenter. But yeah, since it's raining, we're gonna have to go park up at a campground of some sort to plug in because we haven't had any solar the last couple of days. And I am currently laying like this because it's the best lighting in the house. I've been wanting to read very cozy books for fall leading up to Halloween, and kind of just the holidays in general. So I'm like gradually getting to a little bit more of a Halloween, not horror, but eventually maybe a little scary book towards the end, but leading up to it's been really cozy books. So I want to share that with you, what I've been reading. Maybe it'll interest some of you. Not all of you, because some of them are geared towards more women, I would say. But maybe one of them will resonate with you. I've read 3 books so far. I started off with this one. I will say it definitely leans more towards a winter book because it is set in Moscow. A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Tells. Apparently there's a show out about it, but always read the book. They're always better. I haven't seen the show yet, but I just assume. What can I say about this book? 10 out of 10. Basically, this aristocrat is sentenced to stay the rest of his life in a hotel. Very cozy. He isn't doing too much per se, but there's a lot of poetic prose, reflection, wittiness. It's become one of my favorite books, actually. I'll try to find a quote that I really like about it. I found myself crying at random moments. He just does a really good job at highlighting the good in humanity when you're faced with certain circumstances and how you can push through no matter what you're facing, really. So let's find a good quote for you guys. I highlighted a lot. You guys will remember we used to do quote of the day at the end of our videos for, was it Christmas Vlogmas? And that, as I was highlighting, I was thinking about that because there's so many good ones in here. So I really like his rhythm, our main character, and the way he talks. It just feels like he's almost like skipping because how smart and humorous he is at the same time. If I can describe the rhythm, it feels like skipping. But this quote, he says, really stuck with me. By their very nature, human beings are so capricious, so complex, so delightfully contradictory, that they deserve not only our consideration, but our reconsideration, and our unwavering determination to withhold our opinion until we have engaged with them in every possible setting, at every possible hour. You'll really never know anybody because everyone is so complex. Love it. Really great book. Super cozy. Again, nothing like crazy is happening, but very poetic. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. I can't wait for Andrew to read it so then I can remember certain parts. Moving on. So this is the one that I think would entice women a bit more because of the movie Practical Magic with, what's her name? Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Okay, so if you like the movie Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, then this book will definitely tickle or scratch that itch for you. Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen. Anything by this woman, guarantee you're going to feel cozy. You're going to want to cuddle up with a blanket, cup of coffee, tea. She really just sets the vibe. But this one in particular, I really, really liked, and it reminded me of Practical Magic because it's about two sisters. They have a little bit of magic in their family. The house that they grew up on is a magical garden, and one of the sisters, Claire, she ends up being a chef, and all of her food kind of, are like little potions, persuade people, make people fall in love. It's really cute. Nothing like too intense happens. There is, I will say, a talk of abusive relationships, so if you're sensitive to that, maybe just go in with that in mind. The setting is kind of end of summer going into fall, mainly summer, but still gives me that cozy vibe. Like, moving on. Okay, so I'm 74% through with this book. I'm really devouring a lot of these books. When it comes to fiction, I feel like I can read 20 times faster than a nonfiction book. I just fall into a flow way more easier when it's not facts and more of a story. The Night Circus. So moving on to a little bit more mythical, even more magical. Two main characters, Celia and Marco. They are kind of battling it out to see who is better at manipulation, illusions. I want to say they're kind of like wizards in a sense. But yeah, they've been destined to battle it out, and their venue, they had no idea. It's very mysterious. They had no idea where their battle would partake, but they've been practicing ever since they were kids, and it ends up being at the most magical circus and very unique. All black and white, an intense clock, labyrinths of rooms, quirky characters, and a little bit of a love story. So you get everything with this book. I think female, male, whatever you are, I think this will connect with just about anybody. Love it so far. 10 out of 10 as well. So those are what I've been reading so far. Again, I'm going to get a little bit more into horror, and then maybe switch it up to a cozy winter read and so on. But yeah, I kind of like reading with the seasons. I just started that. Yeah. Let me know if you're reading anything or you have any suggestions below. I will say, not asterisks, I don't know what it's called, that I've read a lot of Stephen King books, so you don't really have to put the suggestion down there. I love Stephen King, but I've read almost all of his books. I'm thinking about T.K. Kingfisher, T something Kingfisher book. She writes fantasy as well as horror books, so I'm thinking about that. Let me know if you've ever read any of her books. I'll probably put how you actually say her name right up here, but I've been thinking about it. Let me know what you suggest, or if you end up reading one of those. Pulling up to our sleeping spot for the night. It's got some horsies over there. Don't know if you can see them. Andrew's big brain in the parking as usual.
Yeah, a little tight. Like the worst.
Seriously, guys, I don't think oh my god, where are you going? I don't think I could ever park this van. Kitties, we're home for the night. We're home.
Alright, I'm gonna get out and scope it out.
Okay. Wow. Oh yeah, the bugs are out. This looks like tick type of grass. What is this? Bunch of debris and thick like this. So we'll do this quickly.
A little better than a Cracker Barrel.
I said this is like tick grass. Oh, wait. I said this is like tick grass.
Yeah, it really is.
This is us. We've made it.
Yeah.
Oh. Who do we have here? Who is that? What's up, buddy? You got a little hair on your head, babe.
Just look for the power.
This little bugger. You kind of ruined the time lapse, but it's okay. Voila. Andrew's trying to figure out the electrical right now. Is it charged?
Yeah.
Yeah, una momento.
You charge mine too.
Mm-hmm.
Need to call Light Harvest.
Can you hear that? We are charging. There's just some slight issue with our shore power.
So when I would plug it into the outlet, it would like spike in amps and then it would drop off immediately. Usually it could be an issue with the outlet you're plugged into. Sometimes it is, and it'll trip the breaker. If you're like plugged into a regular house, sometimes that happens. It's happened to us before. But sometimes it's your system. whether you need to just reset it or something's up with the inverter, which was the case for us this time. So I went through the sheet that we got from Light Harvest, which is where we got our batteries from, made sure all the settings were correct, which somehow a lot of them got switched. There must be a train super close.
I don't see it though.
Neither do I. But yeah, so it was just the settings on there needed to be reset, so it seems. But I also turned off the whole system and flipped back the breaker for the inverter. I don't know if that necessarily did anything, but yeah, just turn off the whole system, reset the settings back to what they're supposed to be, and we're good.
I guess. Thank God for Andrew.
What are you still looking at me for?
I was gonna say, I should have filmed that. It's always like, anytime there's any sort of issue, the last thing I think about is, oh, let me start filming this.
Yeah.
Which I applaud people that are able to work up the energy to even want to do anything besides solve a problem.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yeah. Especially like end of day, like we just, left where we were. I was working all day, and then we drive an hour and a half to where we are now. Then we park up, got to solve this. Last thoughts to pull out the camera. Mm-hmm. Genuinely. Yeah. Like we sit down and finish like, all right, nice. Damn, we could have filmed that.
Yeah, every time. Swedish candy. A girl, part of the bridesmaid crew, gave us some, and it's so good. I don't remember the last time I had like sour candy like this, or candy that's not chocolate, really, because me and Andrew are both chocolate people. But it's like all these different flavors, like mushy, marshmallowy ones, and then sour ones like this. I can only do a few at a time, but it's very nostalgic for me. I used to be extremely obsessed with Sour Patch Kids, and this is a little tamed down from that like very artificial flavor that the other ones have. Still artificial flavor, but not as intense, like I said. So we're gonna enjoy this and watch a little bit of this. Feeling basic today.
Oh yeah.
We don't normally get Starbucks, but we don't have any coffee.
Well, we have coffee. It's just not grinded, and we don't have a coffee grinder.
Simply as that. So, the order today, getting a little fall. I'm not a pumpkin spice latte girly anymore. It just leaves a weird aftertaste on my tongue. So this is just a mumbler. A pumpkin cold foam on a cold brew. Pumpkin foam on a cold brew.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Oh.
Pumpkin cold foam or whatever. Tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes good. Good morning. 2 days later, after we stayed on that property. It was cute. We got a little tour in the morning, but pretty early. Is that a bug? No, that's not a bug. We got a tour pretty early at that place, and she has like an antique shop at her house, which is pretty random, and also a little gallery. Very unique. I've never seen it. Kind of in the middle of nowhere, but maybe Harvest Host brings in a crowd. Maybe her community knows about it. I don't know. But we ended up getting this from her little gallery. I thought the art on that is pretty sick. And funny enough, this is called a Mother of Thousands plant. And me and Andrew had this years ago when we lived with my mom. And we planted it outside. And there's a bunch of like, maybe you can see... This one doesn't have too many. Let me flip this around. So, if you see, hold on. Don't mind the lint on the pans. Focus. Why it's called Mother of Thousands, if she focuses, is these little things. Come on. There we go. These things at the end, usually they're filled up on the points of these plants, and they fall down, like that, and then they create more plants. So mother of thousands. That's why it's called that, because it just keeps repopulating. And it's best not to put these outside because they're not native plants, and they just populate like crazy. But it'll be okay in the van, just sitting up here along with our angel and our meditating cat. I don't know if I've showed you, we added this angel beanie baby just to bring us a little bit of good luck and good vibes on our journeys. And then this as well, I don't know if I've showed you, we got this in Maine from a potter at a farmer's market, and we put little flowers in here when we find them. It's starting to look like a little greenhouse up here. I mean, when that's filled up. Love it. Alrighty, I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. It's a little bit different. It's longer than usual and way easier to edit because it was very chatty. And I haven't done a chatty vlog in a while, so let me know if you guys kind of like the switch up. It's easier to do. Yeah, and I like chatting it up sometimes. Like, you guys are my virtual diary, in a sense. Yeah, tomorrow's the wedding, and hopefully, I think, we'll see you guys again next week. Going to get back into the groove of vlogging. Yeah, I don't know. I love vlogging, even though we're not popping off or anything. I don't know if I've said this before, but I think this will just be really nice to reflect on down the road. So if you're wondering, like, why is this woman still going? Like, no one's watching your videos. It's because I enjoy it. Just throwing that out there at the end. All right. I love you guys. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next week. Let's go say bye to Andrew.
In a meeting on Zoom.
Love ya.
See ya.